Is it live? Now it's live. All right. Clicked it once, it didn't go live. Took two clicks. That's weird. That's a first. And I always forget to turn my volume off on live page because I'm an idiot. All right. Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Always something going wrong when I first do this. It's hilarious. I'll get the hang of this one of these days. It's I'm old. I'm going senile, and you just got to love me for who I am, folks. Joining me tonight, one of my brothers from another mother, Mr. CM Stylez from Destroying Kayfabe. How the hell are you, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. Great to be here. Can't wait to talk about subject of the night, SmackDown Live.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some SmackDown Live, but most importantly, this is going to be part 2 from where I was leaving off from last night, which was the WrestleMania predictions. Last night I did the Raw end of the card. Tonight I'm going to be doing SmackDown Live side of things. And I want to discuss just a couple of things from kind of rehash them from last night just a little bit, just to get your opinion on a couple of things, because I do value your great professional opinion. So yeah, before we get into SmackDown, and I know you said you missed Raw, but that's besides the point, because I could still ask you this. Last night there were 2 significant things left out from the go-home show for WrestleMania for Monday Night Raw. Number 1, they left out revealing Braun Strowman's tag team partner. And I can let that go because I'm not real excited about Braun going for the tag champions or tag team championships anyways. So, okay, I'm neither here nor there about it, but they also left out something very significant, and that was the reveal of Undertaker finally showing up and accepting John Cena's challenge, or saying no. I mean, it's you never know, folks. This is the WWE. This is professional wrestling. You never know what's going to happen. The fact that we had 4 weeks in a row, John Cena coming out, screaming for The Undertaker, knocking The Undertaker, cutting a hell of a heel promo on him 4 weeks in a row, which I've loved. I was in. I was psyched. I wasn't before this. Now I am. And no Taker. What are your thoughts on this, dude?
I think they're saving Taker for Mania. I really do.
I believe that as well. But as a fan, are you upset that he did not show up on the go home show? Are you still vested once Mania comes? When Taker shows, he's got to show up, right? When Taker shows up, are you just as excited, or are you, he should have showed up weeks ago? What do you think about that? As far as,
From what I did see on these last few Raws, except for this past Monday, because I did not watch, him not being on the show just adds more intensity to what may happen this coming Sunday. Am I mad that he was on it? No, absolutely not. This guy is a legend. What does he have to really prove? Last year he took the fall to Roman Reigns. He put over the big dog and retired the long leather jacket, the gloves, the hat, and now Taker's status is a mystery. And that adds on to the stories, the story and the characters. And for him to show up at Mania Hopefully he does, because if he doesn't, that's when you're going to have a pissed off crowd. That's when people are going to get hostile, and that's when people in the the WWE universe is going to start wanting their money back because they didn't see Taker versus John Cena.
Well, yeah, it's like you've been booking this for weeks, and I understand this is their as controversial. And I'll say controversial. It's not very controversial, but as far as something so very non-typical for the WWE to do, it's you need that classic face-off. Um, there's a okay. I don't do this much. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or not. That's not it. Add apps. Is that it? Well, that's not it. Screen share. No. All right, I'm not going to mess with this because I'm live because I haven't done this in a while. But I was going to show you, there's a guy that I follow on Twitter that makes these event posters for the WWE. He made a poster that's phenomenal. Pardon the pun. It's Cena, it's Taker. They're staring at each other. It's black and white. It's really good. And that below it is the symbol for WrestleMania. And that's just such a huge example of what are the big things you need. It's like, yeah, they don't have to, like you said, Taker doesn't have to do anything. He could just show up like he did that one time. I think it was in the feud versus Trips, one of them, because they had a couple.
Yeah.
Didn't one of them just show up and then look at the sign and didn't say a damn word?
Yeah, that was both Triple H and Undertaker doing that. Crap, what WrestleMania was that? Was that 29?
There was a couple of them in a row.
Or not 30. 30 was when we won 21-1. And then the year before that was CM Punk. So it had to be 28.
Yeah, I think so.
It was WrestleMania 28 because Triple H wanted his rematch, and God, I'm trying to really backtrack on this. My memory is really bad nowadays.
A lot of those are fuzzy for me too. It's like you remember who he faced, but I can't remember when. And so,
yeah, they weren't pointing at a sign; they were just staring at it. And Taker would look at him and pat him on the shoulder and walk away with a smile on his face.
As pre-pointing. Now everybody wants to point. Like even Trips and Steph were walking around the ring and then walking, and with the camera looking at them, and they're like, and they're just being goofy, but they're mocking everyone else. It's just funny, or they're mocking Ronda, but yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that because I'm like, yeah, the crowd's definitely gonna pop.
Oh hell yeah! This is going to be the biggest pop of Mania if we got Kid Rock getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Am I correct?
Yes.
Undertaker makes his return as the American Badass.
He's got to play him out.
He's got to do it one last time to make the IWC and the WWE universe go nuts. Away with the Dead Man gimmick, or at least Dead Man Inc. returns with the American Badass, the Ruthless Aggression Taker, or, as I said prior to this, come back as just Mark Calloway or Mark Callis.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
that's like
comes back. if he comes out without his character or his gimmick name, and he just comes out as Mark, that might confuse a crowd a little bit, but I think we're going to see the American Badass. I hope we see the American Badass. Yeah, it's not the hero that we want. It's just the hero that we need, and someone to shut John Cena up once and for all.
Well, I think, Taker's not coming back for. Well, if he did have double hip surgery, Taker might be better than ever and might actually get one last full-time run. We have no clue. There's been zero speculation about that. I'll tell you what, Ed, I'm just going to mention this one quick thing, and then we'll jump into SmackDown. I know I've been, it's like, anybody tuning in right now, it's like, he's not talking about SmackDown. He's talking about Taker. Is it the what culture guys? No, it's Wrestle Talk. The Wrestle Talk guys on YouTube. There's Ollie Davis, and then there's the other guy that's with him. Two guys from the UK. They're the British, and they are a blast to watch. And they were talking about scenarios for the Undertaker coming back. And I forget which one said what, but they did this whole like almost year-long thing planned out, just real quick, like bullet points of what could, if you book the Undertaker's comeback.
Yeah.
And they went nuts. They bullet pointed like all the pay-per-views leading up to next year's WrestleMania. And one of them was Taker comes back at WrestleMania but doesn't wrestle, but he brings Aleister Black with him and forms a new ministry.
That would be badass.
Along with, it's an incredible idea for Taker to come back and be like, I'm not going to face you, but this guy is, and it's like, oh, who's this? And then, and just have the legacy of the Undertaker and the ministry, and it's like a new generation of the followers for the Undertaker and all this stuff, and have this new clan of the ministry go up against the WWE. It almost would be like a new NWO type thing, like Taker taking. That sounded stupid, but the Undertaker taking over the WWE again, like he did like 20 years ago, but with a whole new brood. And the way this guy laid it out was like really flipping good, and just amazing. So yeah, I'm telling you guys, go check that out on YouTube, because I completely shut up, phone. Don't bug me while I'm doing this. Oh, that's you retweeting. Sorry. Don't do that while we're live. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that'd be like the ultimate, like the only thing that I would be like, all right, I forgive Taker for not facing anyone at Mania. He just shows up, introduces this new brood, like he's doing this big comeback thing. He's barely going to wrestle, but he's running this whole new squad. That would be unbelievable. I would love that. So, all right.
For $1.
Right? Or how about $9.99?
I don't know if I go that far, but
sure. Oh, but you get WrestleMania for free if you sign up now. All right, anyways. So yeah, let's talk about SmackDown. Let's run down this WrestleMania 34 SmackDown Live end of the card. And we're also going to talk about the pre-show Battle Royals. In fact, you know what? Because I talked about the Cruiserweights last night. The one thing I did say about them, even though they are on the pre-show, I think Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, as talented as they are, and they could have one of the best matches of the whole night. Those two can knock it out of the park and put up big old hashtag follow that after that match. So yeah, I mean, I'm still excited about the pre-show. Are you excited for it being 7 hours?
Man, I'm gonna need a 7-hour energy drink or something like that
Right.
to survive this WrestleMania. They just keep getting longer and longer and longer.
A couple of 5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, this
It's in the
Sunday.
cabinet.
Yeah, I think this Sunday I'm gonna go ahead and stop at my local gas station, stock up on some Mountain Dew Amp. You know, the energy drink of champions.
There you
And
go.
I want to go ahead and drink a couple of those. Probably end up becoming a type 2 thanks to the WWE. Man, we need to go back to like 3-4 hour shows when it comes to
Right.
pay-per-views. not 3-4 hour Raws. No, God no. But yeah, they really need to compress time. It's not like it used to be. You can't make it like the old WWE. You just can't. And adding all this new content, extended time, it's I guess you could say it's a complaint. I'm just a guy who's burned out watching, several hours of your time that you offer me for $9.99. You're giving me $9.99 worth of content in 7 hours that, well, that you really can't get anywhere else. So we do thank you for that, but live up to the term wrestle. I don't want to see just a bunch of little acrobatic moves here and there. I want to see some classic wrestling. I want to see some old school stuff.
That's why it's going to be 7 hours, because that's what you're going to get. I guarantee you're going to see that.
But I'm sure we're going to see a concert or two as well, so be prepared for that. I'm sure Justin Bieber is going to be there singing for everybody, and
Hey, at least we're not getting Flow Rida. Okay, there has been zero mention of Flow Rida.
Well, yeah, you know why? Bo Dallas buried him with that battle rap a couple years ago. After that, Flow Rida was just he's another notch in the post.
Right?
Poor guy. His career got tarnished because he doesn't do battle rap. He sings. That's all he can do. He can sing. He doesn't rap. He sings.
He doesn't believe.
Well, apparently he doesn't. He believed he won that thing, and everyone was cheering for Bo Dallas that night. as soon as I saw that, I might have to go watch that YouTube video. I'm sure WWE has it heavily edited to where Flow Rida is getting cheered for and Bo Dallas is getting booed. But
yeah.
So,
so let's talk about the battle royals. And I'm not that excited for it. I'm just happy to see that they've got these there so that everybody gets a little piece of the pie. You could say you were in WrestleMania. Even if you're on the pre-show. Let's start with the women's battle royal. Now, whether you're watching NXT or not, is there anyone that you can think of off the top of your head that you would like to see show up, have a spot, shock the crowd, surprise people? Because I really don't know how many men or women are supposed to be in these battle royals. Obviously, it's a decent amount. We'll say 20-ish.
Yeah, well, I don't watch NXT anymore. I don't know why. I really want to devote my time back to it. If I would start right now, there'd be a whole lot ahead of me or a whole lot behind me that I had to catch up on. And that would just take up way too much of my time because I got so much stuff going on in my life right now, which you pretty much know about.
Yeah.
But, I don't even know who's on the NXT female roster. That's how far, behind I am with this whole NXT thing. I mean, I know most of the guys that are on the, the NXT roster, like Aleister Black and Adam Cole and Bobby Fish and, you know, all those top guys. But for females, I mean, the only two that I can think of was Billie Kay and her tag team partner. I forget what her name is.
Peyton Royce.
Peyton. That's right. Those are the only two.
And they've actually been gone for several months. Because they went and left and had boob jobs, and now they are cleared for return. So you're going to see a whole lot more of them. And let me tell you, it makes me happy. That's all I'm going to say.
You dirty dog. Ah. Oh, we won't tell the missus. But
I like NXT.
now I know what the T stands for. But yes, I'm breaking PG. But hey, that's just me. With the loss of Emma, we'll never see her back in the WWE ever again. She'll be happy working out in the Indies, making more money.
Especially where I think she's going to show up soon.
What, Japan?
Well, she recently made her Ring of Honor debut.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but they said that might be a short run.
I don't know. I've got a feeling she may join a certain club.
You mean the One Sweet Club?
Bullet Club.
But you know, I'm going to piss off the crowd by saying this. I want to do it just to see how pissed off they get if she would ever make a return. But the talented Eva Marie.
Ooh.
Imagine the heat she would get if she would ever make a return. Knowing her, she'd have to stop taking her Adderall, and well, she's already in top-notch shape. I mean, she's like a fitness guru, her and her fiance husband. But I would love to see her make a return just so the crowd can get pissed off at me just because I even mentioned her name.
Don't jinx that, man. I'll never have you back. No, just kidding.
Hey, I don't expect you to after that one, but
anyone but
I would hate to see her come back because she was a talentless hack that had no in-ring capabilities. Couldn't cut a promo to save her life. She botched every move, including the sliced bread that she learned from Brian Kendrick.
Oh man, yeah, that was.
She couldn't do anything right. So sorry, Eva Marie.
She's got her good looks, and thank God for that.
That's all she's got.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I have no doubt we're going to see a few new faces. We may see I think we may see Shayna Baszler. We may see a Ember Moon. You know, just to throw a couple like top.
That's right.
Yeah. So cool because like last year, at least I think it was last year. Like on the men's side of things, there was a couple of new faces. I think Killian Dane made an appearance. That was a surprise. He's getting featured in this new championship match, which they revealed the belt for today. So I would not be surprised if you didn't see him again. So we'll see. But women, any quick picks for a women's battle royal winner?
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
I want to see Becky Lynch win this. There's so many women in this this battle royal, and I'm glad they changed it to the women's battle royal because I got nothing against Moolah. I could care less. She was a heel in real life, but
yeah.
Everyone was so salty about it that they had to get the name change. It didn't affect me one bit.
It didn't affect me too because I grew up loving her as a heel. I mean, you love to hate her, but where was all the? And this is the stuff that I've said on my channel before, and I'm just going to say it again. In the this day and age in social media and the internet, and you can Google this and get information about that and spread it around and educate yourselves. Where the hell has, as much as they've talked about Mae Young and Moolah over the last decade or two, either educationally, tribute wise, what have you, where the hell has all this negativity been? There's not been anywhere. Have you heard anything about this over the years?
No, like I haven't heard a damn thing until just recently, and I was like, wow, that's kind of like this whole kickoff thing to Mania with was it Ali?
Mustafa Ali,
Mustafa Ali.
and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, there's a petition for those two to put them on the main card. And, I'd rather them be on a kickoff card to energize the crowd, to get them ready for WrestleMania. Because if you put them on the main card and there was a bunch of good matches before that, the crowd's going to be bored. The fans, they think they're the bookers of the world. They think they know everything.
Yeah. It's everybody's what are the guys in the WWE or the veterans like Jim Ross, armchair booker.
Yeah. And I've been using that term for quite some time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to be in control of the booking committee, and I would love to put that on the main card, but I'd rather it be a kickoff match. I'd rather it be a free match, so that way, for those who aren't going to watch WrestleMania, at least has some entertaining to watch.
Yeah. I mean, it was on the pre-show last year, and unfortunately, the result is neither one of those guys is in the WWE right now. But it is what it is. So this match at WrestleMania really is a rebirth for 205 Live in the cruiserweight division.
It really is.
I'm really excited about it. I think they're doing a great job with Drake. I'm still getting used to the name Drake Maverick. In fact, when I'm done doing this, I'm gonna go watch 205 Live and see what any final thoughts about what they're gonna do as far as the build up. But the matches are great. I love it's completely done a 180 as far as, I mean, they've really dumbed it down. They've stripped the characters, which sounds like a negative thing, but yeah, they're getting rid of the stupid gimmicks. They're focusing on the talent, on the wrestling. So, and that's all fans want, especially when it comes to these guys. Nobody wants to see Tony Nese come out there, flex his abs, flex his man boobs, and oh yay, that's Tony Nese. No, they want to see Tony Nese put on a 20-minute show that knocks your head off.
Yeah, you don't see that much anymore in this company.
That's the thing. That's what's really changing the 205 Live brand around, is because that's what they're featuring now. They're showing these 20-minute matches that are like jaw-dropping, and it's so refreshing. All right, so back to the women. You think Becky Lynch is going to win? Oh man. I'm going to pick someone who I think is totally not utilized as well as she should have been over the last, I'll say, decade. And it may not take her anywhere after she wins it, but it'll be a nice feather in her cap nonetheless.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Natalya.
Yep.
She needs one. She really needs a Mania moment, because I can't tell you how many Manias they crapped on the women, and now within the last few years, it's really gained momentum. They've got this new women's battle royal. You can at least get them all out there, and like I said, they all get a piece of the pie, and that's all they want. That's all they want. That's not much to ask for, you know. I think it's great. So now on to the men's battle royal. Some interesting faces over the last few weeks, getting a little more attention than others on Raw and SmackDown. We've seen faces like Baron Corbin, who tonight looked up at the WrestleMania sign and the Andre trophy and went like this. That was kind of interesting. That if he wins, it would make him a two-time winner. Matt Hardy has gotten a lot of attention on this. Goldust has been, having some decent matches, making some interesting moments for himself. Even in the beginning of this whole Taker Cena thing, like in Raw Milwaukee a few weeks ago, when Cena came out talking about Mania, and Goldust came out talking about making a moment for himself. I would love to see Goldust, who's been, I'm not going to call him a jobber. He's putting on great matches. He's in the best shape of his career, but they're just not doing anything with him.
Ever since the fallout with him and Stardust, that was pretty much him in limbo.
Him and R-Truth, which, who's been injured and also doing other things lately. I would, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I would love to see Goldust win this. Because who knows how much longer he's going to be around. And don't get me wrong, I'm so happy for him. He's sober. He's in the best shape of his life, 10 times better a shape, even back from when he had a Mania moment with Roddy Piper. Remember that?
Yeah, I have the DVD right next to me.
The street fight?
I remember that. What was that? WrestleMania 12, 13?
It was the same year that a certain ex-football player had a white Bronco car chase with the cops.
Yeah.
OJ. Oh, I remember watching that live. It's crazy. Damn, that's a long time ago. But yeah, he's had so many different great moments over the years. I would love him to see him get one more. Who do you think? Anyone do you want to pick out of the hat for the men's battle royal?
Well, as much as I'd like to see Baron Corbin go for a two-time, Mojo won it already, so there's no point of that. You know what? Let's give Dolph a WrestleMania moment.
Dolph?
I want to see Dolph win it.
There you go.
They need to do something with his character. He just renewed his contract for several years, and he's got a guaranteed title shot, along the way. And we don't know when it'll be, but
he's got a guarantee. He does?
Apparently, from what I was reading up on, he has a guaranteed title shot ahead of him.
Really?
I'll have to find it for you. But yeah, unless it's a dirt sheet, and dirt sheets aren't always accurate. But
oh, dude, most of the stuff I read nowadays are it's hilarious. Oh, like I mentioned last night when I was doing my Raw WrestleMania predictions, there was a kid that Tony the Pizza Guy brought in on his YouTube channel, and he was doing a thing on wrestling news called The Slam. Over a month ago, was saying it was confirmed that The Rock was going to be in the match with Ronda Rousey and Triple H and Steph. Confirmed.
Oh, God.
And I heard this, and I was like, Oh, that's awesome! Wow. So I'm like looking all over the place for like the the article, the proof, you know, the
Yeah, you got to have a source.
the source. Thank you. And I'm like, I didn't find nothing. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's from something that I don't read much. So I just sat on it for a couple days. I didn't want to say nothing. Well, folks, we're days away from Mania, and The Rock is not confirmed. Now, that's not to say that he might still show up, but as far as somebody's going out there and saying that he's confirmed for the Ronda Rousey / Trips and Steph match, I even commented like weeks later on it. I'm like, you still got this up on your site? That's embarrassing. Take it down. I am by no means going to sit here and say that I'm the best thing on YouTube. But
No, but I am.
But I tell you what, but I'll tell you what, man, I ain't gonna make up bullshit and put on here like, you know, like Sean's News Entertainment or whatever that, you know, that bum is. He probably has
That's cool.
Oh my God. He probably has 5 videos already this week saying that CM Punk is guaranteed to show up at WrestleMania. That's how sad that sack of shit is. So who did you pick? You said Ziggler. I said Goldust.
I picked Dolph.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm cool with that. That wouldn't mind seeing that. By the way, folks, I am keeping an eye on my live chat. You do want to chime in on our predictions, as chaotic as they may be right now. By all means, chime in. Let us know what you think. Or if you're watching this after the fact, put in the comments below. Don't forget to like and sub. Let's see. What's next? That's the pre-show out of the way. Let's talk about this cracked me up tonight. That RKO out of nowhere. I was just doubled over laughing. I absolutely loved it. You know, he stopped doing this for a while, and now he brought it back. The whole RKO out of nowhere. I absolutely love what Orton's doing. You know, I didn't pay too much to the actual matches. I was more concerned about, like I said earlier, with the whole Cena Undertaker thing, the whole face off. You know, that pre-Mania moment. That's what people want to see. We've got the United States Championship. We got Orton as United States Champion, which is still I'm not used to that. That is unique. And we got versus Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, and recently, as of last week, added Mr. Rusev Day himself, Rusev. Thoughts on this, Styles?
Thoughts on this for the Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship? Yeah, I'm excited for this match. Rusev Day, Bobby Roode. And then, of course, you got Randy Orton. And then, of course, you got Jinder Mahal. My take on these, this is really tough because you got 4 top talents right there, millions of dollars in Jinder Mahal. I want Rusev to win this. I really want to see Rusev take the U.S. title. The way it looks that they're pushing him to be, the next top face of the company. He's so over with Rusev Day now, but it's not him that created Rusev Day. It was Aiden English. He just got over by proxy. So this whole Aiden English Rusev Day thing, it wasn't supposed to blow up like this. It really wasn't.
It's one of those things that just it caught on by accident, and then the fans just ran with it like wildfire. This whole hashtag Rusev Day. I mean, Aiden English is a phenomenal vocal talent.
Yeah, he really is.
As goofy as he is when he does the whole intro, it's like the fact that they brought this back from an old NXT gimmick, I love it. That's when they introduced him back then. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. Before the tag team he was in with Vaudevillains, before the Vaudevillains, when he was a solo act. And he was singing back then, and he did the whole intro. And the freaking Full Sail University, where they shoot NXT, the place would explode when he did this. So it's really whoever can, you know, take the credit for the spark of genius to put those two together and actually bring back that gimmick. Congrats.
Yeah, bravo Zulu. Bravo freaking Zulu. Let me tell you, I've never been more impressed with two talents like I have with Aiden English and Alexander Rusev. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Alexander Rusev? Just Rusev. Um,
That's right. It was Alexander Rusev. That's funny.
and I remember when he first started showing up at live events. I saw his promos and I saw his work at what was it? It was a WWE Live back in 2014. And as soon as I saw his work, I said, "This guy is going to come up and make it to the top of the food chain." And I said it. I did a podcast. I don't know if it's still on my YouTube page, but it was January 10th, 2014. That's all I remember. And
Wow. It's quite the memory.
yeah, yeah. And then, of course, the next day I got some tragic news about death in the family. And I was like, yep, everything I just enjoyed just disappeared, but it's recorded in history.
There you go.
And but Rusev was the talk of the show. Everybody was impressed with his work because they booed him entirely. So he did his job. They were impressed by booing him. He did his job and they did theirs. Um, Rusev, bring home the gold. Why? Because it is Rusev Mania.
Oh, the place is gonna. I mean, if there was a roof on the place, they would completely blow the roof off. I'm actually gonna agree with you wholeheartedly. As much as I love Bobby Roode, and I actually kind of like Orton holding the belt. Orton holding the belt, walking in the Mania, really does give it a certain shine.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a good way, you know.
But he's a transitional champion at the moment.
He is, but you know what? Orton's in that stage.
He doesn't need the belt.
He doesn't, and yet he still commands a presence.
Exactly.
You know, he is a legend. He's become a legend. Um, he's I think he's gained a lot more respect over the last, I'd say, between 5 to 10 years, as opposed to the start of his career, where I know he was not respected a lot. I mean, I think he still had a fan base, but he did certain things that
Yeah.
I don't think he was really well liked backstage or by fans, you know. And now he's changed. He's a family man. He's a kind of a reborn, recharged family man. Um, he's been staying healthy too, which is amazing, because for a while it was like, oh, just every time he got in the ring, I cringed, you know. And he's been good. He's been staying healthy. His shoulder's been good. So, you know, him walking into Mania with the United States strap on his shoulder, that's pretty cool. You know, it's you could call it. I don't know if it's going to be his last little hurrah that he could be proud of as far as being a champion, but for what it is, enjoy it, Orton. You know, you certainly have earned it, you know.
Yeah, he's a Grand Slam champion, so
He is, and not too many people can say that. Switching gears.
Yeah, I wish. Oh wait, that's Mountain Dew. Switching gears indeed.
Diet
Yeah,
Dew.
I'm drinking a flat cola from Subway.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Man,
not that great.
and I saw all those Subway commercials during SmackDown, and I kept poking my wife. I want a wrap. I want a
My,
$5 footlong.
my wife actually got a wrap tonight, and I got the $5 foot long.
Nice.
Wait, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, I went ahead and I got that sub. I got that meatball parmesan or meatball marinara. And let me tell you, yes, this is a Subway advertisement. All royalties come to me. Um,
Product placement on J-Bone's channel. All right. Yeah, I love that.
yeah, it was good.
Too.
It was great. Good job, WWE. You got me interested in Subway again.
There you go.
Not really, but
I is hooked. So you think Rusev is gonna take the United States Championship?
I will put my money on it. The betting odds are in his favor right now.
I think he's got a lot of momentum. You know, it's like
he got more momentum than anybody else in there. And if he doesn't win that match, that crowd is going to be hot.
He's got a how do I say that? He's got a grassroots movement behind him now. I would say very similar, if not exactly like Daniel Bryan 3 or 4 years ago. About 4 years ago? How many years ago was he on this run to? It was 4 years ago, wasn't it?
I think so.
New Orleans, the Yes Movement.
Yeah.
And we're there again. And I think Rusev Day, whatever, is it, I don't think it's as big as that, but I would say as far as grassroots movement, as far as what you hear buzz about, the fans talking about, it's Rusev Day. It's Rusev, you know? And it's like there could be Triple H or Shane McMahon facing off with Kevin Owens in the middle of a promo, and all of a sudden the crowd goes nuts and goes Rusev Day. What? We're not. He's not even around. What are you guys talking about? You know?
Yeah, today's crowd is completely different versus the Attitude Era. I mean, in terms of Mark, that's there, but in terms of who they choose to like and hate, is it's different now. And this choosing Rusev over everyone else it's got to be driving Vince crazy.
It's hilarious, and his merch is apparently going through the roof. And people are saying, "Oh, it's because of the T-shirt sales that he's in the match." You can't just say T-shirt sales. Does that help? Yes. It's called fan support, folks. It's not rocket science. The fans are behind him, you know. So, all right. So that's it for the United States Championship match. We want Rusev Day to win. And maybe Lana will even come out with him. Who knows?
I doubt
it. They need to put those two back together because they're really not doing crap with Lana right now. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Or championship match. There. I can only drink one beer. It's sad. We got the Usos defending their championships against the New Day and the new bad boys on the block, the Bludgeon Brothers. I'll tell you what, man. Comparing this tag team match to, Raw's tag team match, I am 10 times more excited for this one than Strowman and his mystery partner showing up.
Kurt Hawkins.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
I'm to the point where, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love Strowman, okay? As far as big, scary guys and homegrown talent, which WWE is really not known for these days, he's golden. He is the golden boy for the bare bones of someone coming out of nowhere and them molding him into something. Same with Lars Sullivan on NXT. Absolutely flippin' terrifying. Legit scariest guy in the WWE right now. I look at Lars and I'm like, if I came across a guy like that, I would be pissing down my leg. Legit. Not even gonna. No, I'm not scared of him. No, legit. I would piss down my leg if I ever ran into Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, he is a big dude.
There's so much momentum behind Strowman, and I don't get why they're doing this with him. It's so weird, but hey, call it mismanagement, call it what you will. But this tag team match with the Bludgeon Brothers and New Day going up against the Usos for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, I am stoked for this one. Number one, the New Day and Usos, no matter how many times they've faced each other over the course of this last year or two, it's money. These guys always put on a 5-star tag team match. Everybody puts in 1,000%. Now you throw in the baddest guys on the block swinging sledgehammers that are finally getting some due respect, that haven't done crap since they were with, Wyatt's crew, unfortunately. I'm stoked for this dude. And I'm gonna pick, as goofy and lame as that promo was tonight that we talked about before we went live, which was just a promo for the, ordering the network, and ended in the Bludgeon Brothers destroying the camera. I'll forgive that because I was way hyped for the match before that goofy promo. But I want the Bludgeon Brothers to just clobber everyone in this match. What are your thoughts on this, dude?
Ooh. I would like to see the Usos retain. I mean,
really?
Yeah. The Usos have been really hot at WrestleMania for the last several years. And now that they're, are they bad guys anymore? They're so loved being, with this new gimmick change and everything, that they're like, it's like they're almost insta face again, and their heel run just soured out.
They've got a whole new level of respect, just like the New Day, because of how hard they're working and how much they're putting into the promos, and the fact that everyone's paying attention to their promos now, which they didn't have to do before. They were just, cheeky smiley boys with a bunch of face paint. Now they're badasses and they're spitting all this crazy stuff, which, makes the New Day have to step up their game because they were the only ones doing it. The Bludgeon Brothers don't have to do shit. They just come out swinging stuff and give you a look, and, that's really all they have to do.
Yeah.
It's the New Day honestly has made everybody step up their shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love what everyone's doing. SmackDown has a not terrific, but a decent tag team division. I mean, I love Shelton, the Shelton, Shelton Benjamin, and see, it just mixed the two.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable, and I don't know what the hell they're doing with Berzongo anymore. They're not even doing the goofy promos anymore. It's so sad. So they got a great mix of tag teams. Raw is just kind of like, I don't know, Raw needs something because you can't only do so much with the bar. But yeah, Bludgeon Brothers, I think, are going to take this one. And you think Usos are gonna retain this one? All right, all right. Nonetheless, these guys are gonna have a hell of a match.
Oh, absolutely.
SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Very excited for this one. Asuka's been quite sassy in her simple yet, charismatic promos, which is fine. Stuff with like her and Nakamura. If they're not cutting 15-minute promos, that's fine. Simple. They're badasses. That's all you got to portray. It's not rocket science. You don't have to do a ton with them, and that's okay. Same with the WWE Championship, which we're going to get to in a bit. But Charlotte Flair has really portrayed herself as a top gal, possibly the best women's performer in the WWE right now. And this is a tough one, dude. I really don't know who to pick because I know there's also an underlying thing to go along with this, as we've seen over the last several weeks on SmackDown. Someone's waiting in the wings with a certain briefcase.
Yeah. I see her getting her WrestleMania moment.
Do you think she's going to pull a Rollins?
Cash in after the match. Let's hope she does that instead of making it a triple threat.
I think she's going to pull a Rollins.
I mean, you could pull off WrestleMania 31 all over if you really want to. But if anything, she'll be the one that bites the pinfall. And it will be Asuka winning the match.
So you think Carmella's going to have
a failed cash-in?
A failed cash-in at Mania?
I mean, look at Baron Corbin. He failed on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I still don't know why they did that, and I don't think we're ever going to know why unless, some years down the road it's revealed in a...
He had heat. He shot his mouth off about veterans and had no idea that he was talking to a veteran.
Is that what it was?
That's what the story was. And then on top of that, his trash talking on Dave Meltzer. I mean, he was really pushing some buttons with the backstage crew. Officials were not happy with that.
I didn't hear about the veterans thing. But what didn't make sense was he got a whole fresh start after all that stuff after he lost the belt. He got brand new promo music, or I should say entrance music and everything.
Yeah.
So it was that was kind of okay, he lost this, but he got this. That's why I was like, where's the heat in this? It was so confusing to me.
But yeah, he was taking his licks. He was being punished a little bit. It was nothing too major. I mean, it's not like he was telling someone, hey, just end yourself or something like that. He didn't go too far.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go kick some rocks or something. Yeah, I'm going to go piss off WWE Creative. He did it with the whole veterans thing, and he was unaware that he was talking to a vet, and that's when things got put into play, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Much respect." Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes egos get a little out of control, and you can really.
Yeah, he got put in his place. He loves the business, that's for damn sure. And that's why I respect him for who he is, not how he acts outside of the company.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, so how do you think this is? How do you think this is going to go down with the women?
With
Who
the
do you
women,
who do you think is gonna? You think Flair's gonna successfully defend? You think Asuka's gonna take it? Do you think Carmella's gonna come down and spoil the whole darn thing? What do you think, dude?
I think they're going to keep the streak going. I really think they're going to keep that streak going long and strong and all night long. Um,
Oof.
yeah, I know, right? It's getting a little hot in here now. I said that. Someone, hey,
Styles, you sassy dog, you.
I'm talking to my producer right now. Get me a sock. It's going to be a long night. Um, don't look at me like that. I will fire you right on the spot. Come on, Sally. Come on. But
Oh boy.
yeah, let me tell you, man. Asuka, she's got it all until she starts cutting a mic promo. And I have no idea what she's talking about, but the crowd loves it. And therefore I love it. Therefore, at WrestleMania, she will be the future. And she will be the WWE SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
Do you think there is going to be a failed cash in?
I don't just think, I know there's going to be a failed cash in. Look what they did tonight on SmackDown Live. Charlotte ended up she ended up hitting that Money in the Bank briefcase, knocking it out in the ring. She's lucky she didn't hit a fan the way that she projectiled that case.
That was priceless. Yeah, I mean, it just shows how athletic Charlotte is. The fact that she kicked that thing like 20 feet in the air and then it didn't like land and like kill someone in the front row. It, I tell you, football teams are probably looking at her right now like,
Yeah, we could use a new punter.
yeah.
Hey, look, we got a field goal that's coming up, and Charlotte, we need you to kick for us.
Did you see what she did with that briefcase? And it's got a contract in it too.
But yeah, Charlotte's going to lose the title. She's not going to be the one that takes the fall if this is a cash in. If this is a cash in moment, this is where Asuka hits she uses that one submission. I think she's going to use it on Carmella if it's cashed in. Carmella will try to seize the opportunity, and we'll see Asuka play possum to it.
Okay.
So yeah, put that in your history book.
I personally think, I don't know how it's going to go down. I would love to see them just completely replay the whole Rollins thing, run down with the briefcase and then, have the ref, run down afterwards. They got to have an extra one at ringside somewhere, under the mat, taking a nap or whatever. But I would love to see Carmella, because it's like, man, she's held that thing for flippin' ever. And I can't think that they're going to have her hold on to it for so long and be so hush-hush about it, with the exception of the last few weeks, and then not have a moment. And I understand not everybody has to be successful with it. Hell, Cena wasn't. Prime example. But I got to think that they're going to do something with her. Because I don't know, that's just my feeling. So I think we're going to get a cash in, possibly playing out the old Rollins thing from a few years ago when he was successful. And we're going to see, I know I'm going to get some shit for this. I think Carmella's going to have a successful cash in, and she's going to pin Asuka.
Ooh, man.
Dude, it can't last forever. It just can't.
She better get that Scott Hall taser in hand and go out there and shock the living hell out of Asuka if she wants to win that thing.
Hell yeah, man.
The only way to end that streak. Believe you me.
Turn it into a 3-way, and then you can do whatever the hell you want. No DQ, baby. She can go down there swinging that swinging that briefcase 20 different ways and knock some people out. Old school, you know. So we'll see. But nonetheless, I am pretty excited for, and I'm not going to say I'm more excited about this match than the Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, because I am legit excited about both, and that the women are really getting a nice amount of attention along with the women's battle royal. I did want to see a Sasha Banks Bayley match, you know, because I really felt it was coming, especially after the elimination or elimination chamber. But it is what it is. It's one of the things that's going to bring attention to the battle royal, which is fine. You know, it's not just everybody showing up and okay, whatever. You've got some focal points going into it now, you know, kind of like with the guys. There's a lot of people going to be looking at Baron Corbin, Goldust, Matt Hardy, you know, just to name a couple bigger names in there. So yeah, good stuff for the women there. All right, now let's talk about something that is borderline shadowing what is going to be the main event of the SmackDown end of this card, which is AJ Styles and Nakamura. And I'm talking about the Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match.
I got a weird feeling about this match.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I see Shane turning on Daniel Bryan.
Oh. So you think all the hugging that went on tonight is a bunch of
BS?
caca?
Yeah. You know, they both put their differences aside. They're forming a pact together to take on two of SmackDown Live's top contenders. I don't see them leaving SmackDown unless somehow, some way, Shane McMahon takes it upon himself to be the guy that eats the pinfall, because Daniel Bryan is just way too over to job out this match. He's going to put himself at risk way too much, and he'll put him on the outside while Shane's suffering on the inside of the ring by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But if all goes accordingly, we see Daniel going for a tag, and Shane either jumps off of the apron, or as Daniel Bryan's going to finish off either Owens or Zayn, we see Shane end up doing a low blow, which would be one of his signatures from the Attitude Era. I just see a heel turn coming, and that's going to be the WrestleMania moment of SmackDown.
Or do you think it could be Daniel Bryan turning on Shane?
I mean, it could go that way, but after tonight, where Daniel Bryan said that, he should have listened to Shane that, Owens and Zayn used Daniel Bryan, and of course the attack last week. Or was it last week, or was it the week before when Daniel Bryan got cleared?
It was that was
Was that last week when he took the power bomb? When he pretty much got his ass kicked?
that was
I think that was 2 weeks ago.
I can't remember. I think it was last week.
Yeah, it was either last week or the week before.
Because like he got cleared the same time that he got clobbered.
Yeah. And yeah, I think you're right. I think it was last week. My memory, like I said, we're just a bunch of old dudes. We can remember things from years ago, but we can't remember anything from last week. But
don't ask me what kind of soup I had for lunch.
So I got to ask you, J-Bone, what kind of soup did you have?
I didn't even have soup, but I was dreaming of ramen.
That 80-cent budget, man. Let me tell you.
Dude, we just inherited a whole case of pork ramen from my wife's daughter. It's absolutely hilarious. Don't ask me why, but we've got a whole case of pork ramen sitting in the cabinet now, and I'm like, okay, I like ramen just as much as the next guy, but what the hell am I going to do with a case of pork ramen?
Eat it, apparently. But
there goes my diet.
This whole thing with Shane and Daniel Bryan, I see Shane doing the turning, if anything. But if there's no turn, it's going to be Shane that gets pinned 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put my money that it's Kevin Owens that's going to get the pinfall, because God forbid we know Sami Zayn's not going to be the one that gets the spotlight in this match. It's going to be Kevin Owens, because this is the Kevin Owens show. It always has been, always will be.
As much as I'm excited for Daniel Bryan coming back, as much as the next guy, I was almost got emotional watching tonight, and just Shane McMahon talking about it, because that got the crowd all excited again. Like, hey, remember, he's back, As much as I'm excited for that, and I can't believe it's actually happening, there is a tiny, tiny little piece of me that really wanted that Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn match.
That would have been a great WrestleMania match. But here's the problem with these two. They've been going at it ever since they both stepped foot in the WWE.
Oh, and
it's been
eons before that. Yeah, in Ring of Honor.
Back in the Indies, back in ROH, because that's no longer an independent company. Yeah, these guys have the biggest history of feud and rivalries, and it's like, holy hell, when are they ever going to stop? And the answer to that is they won't. After this whole thing blows on by, I'm sure we're going to see them go up against each other one more time, and then that'll probably end their feud in WWE, and they'll move on to other matches, because you can only play that match out so long before the crowd's like, give us something new.
Yeah, I mean, they do it so well, and that's why people, I don't think, are sick of what they're doing. And the fact that they actually put the two together as a team is a simple stroke of genius. It really is. And it made everyone pay so much more attention to Sami Zayn, which has been how overdue, he took his character and threw 1,000% of charisma and sarcasm behind it, and it's like, it's not rocket science. It works, especially with someone with a big of a character as Kevin Owens. Put them together, and it's like peanut butter and jelly. It's awesome. I really don't know how this is going to go. I've gotten to the point in this that I'm so happy that Daniel Bryan is back. I'm just gonna have a lot of fun watching this. There is a small part of me, like so many others, that are getting ready for WrestleMania and watching this match. They're gonna be like sitting on their hands and knees quietly at home in front of their TV. Don't kill yourself, please. This is your first match back. Don't, you know? Um, it scares me because he does have an injury history, a history with injury. Um, but he's cleared, so I'm going to do my best as a wrestling fan and not overthink this and just enjoy it for what it is. So you think
Owens and Zayn, they're going to be the ones that take home the win, and they're going to stay on SmackDown Live. That's the only way to continue this story to generate some type of heat.
you don't think they're going to just take the pinfall and go to Raw?
I doubt they're going to go to Raw. I mean, there's more competition over a Raw form, but look what happened on this past Monday. With you said that there was barely anybody on Raw. I would hate to see Owens and Zayn end up on Raw without a proper storyline. I mean, the only thing you say is, "Oh, we lost, and now we're on Raw because of Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan."
Then we go back to the whole issue from the past with Stephanie McMahon and all
Yeah,
that stuff. Um,
yeah. They're on a rock. They're in between a rock and a hard place with this story. That we just gotta wait till WrestleMania to see how it plays out.
we were safer with Zayn versus Owens. Damn it, Brian, you screwed it up. No, I'm kidding. Hey, Agent 0012 is in the chat. He says they can go to Raw because the pay-per-view is cross-branded. It's interesting thought. See, I mean, we know they're not really going to be fired if they lose. We know that as fans. It's just funny. And I love how they've been playing this up at house shows where they just show up randomly in street clothes and cause chaos and then get kicked out by security. It's great. They did it to the point that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are actually on the alumni section of WWE.com, which is another. It's just those little things that fans pick and they go, oh, they didn't take him off the roster. This is all bullshit. No, they actually put him in the alumni section and had their Twitter identities changed.
Yeah.
Zayn even fired up his old El Generico page on Twitter, which is absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, this is tough. I say damn it, Subway.
It was terrible, watered down everything.
That's the best. I think Brian and Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are going to get the win. And I think Owens and Zayn are going to go to Raw. But I'm not going to be like upset if it goes the other way because I'm just, like I said, I'm excited for the feud. These guys are going to tear the hell out of each other. Daniel Bryan's back. I still can't believe Shane McMahon with diverticulitis, staph infection, and and a hernia is going to wrestle in WrestleMania. That's just that.
He is so dedicated right now.
It's ridiculous. It's like, dude. So you know he's going away after this.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he works light.
Which makes the whole tag team match make that much more sense. Like, Daniel Bryan is going to have to probably work more, or maybe Shane McMahon will get his ass completely handed to him and Daniel Bryan will be the hot tag, and who knows? I mean, it could go a lot of different ways, but still, I'm going to be cringing during this whole thing. So yeah, we will see. Agent 0012 in the chat says, I don't see Daniel losing in the place that skyrocketed his career. Yeah, I mean, they are in New Orleans, and that's where he won the championship. So,
hey, 0012.
He's loyal. He's loyal to Jabon. Glad you're here, dude. Now let's talk about what, in my opinion, should be the headlining match of WrestleMania this year, if it's not going to be Taker and Cena. We got the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles as champ. Almost forgot to mark that. Versus Nakamura. A dream match. You can call it a dream match. A lot of fans have seen this match before on another stage called New Japan, and that match was absolutely phenomenal. If you have not seen that match before, I invite you to go over to New Japan's YouTube channel after this, not now. Stay here. As good as they are. They did just put that match recently up again, which is nice. It's actually really very unselfish of New Japan to be like, hey, WrestleMania's coming up, but guess what? Those two faced off here before, and it gives...
there's a history.
It gives them a little shine. I don't think it's New Japan going, oh, yeah, well, we did it first. I don't think it's that.
No. New Japan's not that selfish.
I really don't think they are. Bullet Club, maybe, but not New Japan.
Yeah.
All this too sweet stuff. Who do they think they are? No, I love the Young Bucks and all that. I'm really excited about this. I've heard a lot of people say they've not built up this match properly. My response to that is, you're out of your mind, because the match itself is going to be the match itself. The on paper, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura on paper is a 10-star match in itself. Are we going to get the match that we got in New Japan a few years ago? Probably not. But these two are still going to work the hell out of each other. It's been something that we've been just sitting on for so long. We've known it's going to happen. And this is not something where these two need to... Oh, God. What's the first thing off the top of my head as far as over the top building up? It's not Triple H invading Randy Orton's home and freaking him out with a sledgehammer and scaring the crap out of his family. You don't need something as big as that to help promote a match like this. You know, yeah. This is where talent is going to shine, not the ability to cut a 20-minute promo. Although I will say AJ Styles has gotten a hell of a lot better over the last few years since he's been in the WWE. I mean, he keeps it simple, you know. You know, he's not just making shit up. He's still AJ Styles.
Yeah.
The match is what people want to see. They're not worried about, oh, Nakamura's English really isn't that good. He sucks on a mic. No. Like I said, he's another guy. He doesn't have to cut a 15-minute promo. They're keeping it simple with him. I actually love how they've been doing this. It's so simple, it's ridiculous. He shows up the last several weeks, gets in AJ's face. He goes, "I'm going to beat you with a knee to face." But he says it so snarky and so, like, you know, matter of factly, and it's pissing off AJ Styles. It's hilarious. But before I pick a winner, I want to hear your thoughts on this, dude.
Like you said, there is some history between these two. You know, when it was Shinsuke versus the Bullet Club, you know, we saw Shinsuke come out on top over at Wrestle Kingdom. I just can't wait to see what they're going to do at WrestleMania, and they're going to blow the roof off the place if there was a roof. AJ, he needs to retain this title, but Shinsuke needs this win because I believe this is his first WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because he got caught up right after last Mania, I believe. Or no. Was he at Mania last year?
Oh, crap.
I don't remember if he was or not. I'd have to look at the card. And
you'll have to excuse our senility here because you know what? I can't even remember either. So you know what? We're just going to quick go on WWE.com and we're going to look at last year's WrestleMania. And how do we do that quick? We go to this year's WrestleMania and we just scroll down the page because we're going to run into it. And we wait patiently for a page to load. Come on. Okay.
Yeah, I believe Shinsuke showed up the Tuesday after Mania because The Miz was cutting that promo.
Devil by Shinedown is the official theme song of WrestleMania? Oh, I need to look this up. That's the song that they were playing during the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar promo. And I was like, oh, what song is that? It sounded like Shinedown. I couldn't tell what it was. All right, come on, seriously. It cannot be that much farther down the page. How many times do we have to look at pictures of Ronda Rousey working out here? Lillian Garcia's gonna, yeah. All right, seriously. Bear with us, folks. Then we got the whole introduction of next year's WrestleMania. Dude, have you, while I find this shit, dude, have you seen those little figures that they are selling for New Orleans WrestleMania to like commemorate the whole like voodoo little thing with it?
Well, when I was at Walmart, I saw a few WWE figures. Are they like the miniature ones?
They're little statues, and if I knew how to correctly do my...
I saw a few of them. They're like $7.
They look like little voodoo dolls, but they're dressed up like...
Oh, voodoo dolls? No, I didn't see the voodoo dolls. I saw the ones that I think that you have. The ones that you displayed on your podcast a couple months ago. Or a couple weeks back.
Oh, these little guys? These guys?
Yeah, I saw those.
Oh, okay. Aren't they cute? They got the whole shield now. I get a little Roman, a little Seth, and a little Dean. I'm sorry, that was really creepy.
Don't ever do that again.
Don't ever.
Don't laugh, producer. Do not laugh. Don't. I will put my foot up your ass.
And it's a stinky foot.
It really is.
Okay, here we go. Last year's. Okay, Roman Reigns defeated Undertaker. Ooh, I'm kidding. Okay, women's. Brock Lesnar defeated Goldberg. Orton defeated Bray Wyatt to win the WWE Championship. Why don't I remember that? Seth Rollins defeated Triple H, non-sanctioned match. Oh, this was everybody's favorite moment. John Cena and Nikki Bella defeating Miz and Maurice. Cena asks Nikki to marry him. Aww. Hardy Boys win the tag team match. That was so much fun, dude. Raw women's match. Kevin Owens defeated United States champion Chris Jericho. AJ Styles defeated Shane McMahon. New Day opened the Ultimate Thrill Ride. And then there's the pre-show matches. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose defeated Baron Corbin. Mojo Rawley, Andre the Giant, Memorial winner, Cruiserweight Champion. Neville defeats Austin Aries. Boo! No, there was no Nakamura. So, he was
Yeah, he was NXT for last WrestleMania.
I think he was even NXT champ. But I'm not going to go look it up. But anyways, yeah, this is Nakamura's first WrestleMania. And it's been a long time coming. I think a lot of people expected him to have this sooner, but I'm glad they pumped the brakes on it, took their time with it, and really built him up and gave him other special moments. You know what? I think it was the NXT show before Mania last year when that violinist came out, and they had that moment. Agent 0012 says no, Bobby Roode was champ, and Shinsuke got drafted after his loss. Oh, that's right. So, there you go. Thank you, Agent. For filling those little brain synapses in. So, who do you think is going to win this, Styles?
I'm broken on this one, dude. This one really hurts me because I like both Shinsuke and AJ.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some outside interference in this match.
Really?
Yeah.
From who?
That's the thing. I don't know. I just got that feeling someone might interfere in this match.
Huh. You know, I said last night that I had a feeling that the Balor Club, a.k.a. Nerd Haters Anonymous, Gallows and Anderson. At least I think I said this last night. At least if I didn't say it last night, I'm saying it now. I think. Who did I pick? Did I pick Balor? Yeah, I picked Balor. I think we might see Gallows and Anderson help Balor win because it's a three-way, so you can do whatever. There's no DQ. Might help him win the IC championship. But on the opposite spectrum of that, if you want to really throw people for a loop, because this is, a dual branded thing, I wouldn't mind seeing Gallows and Anderson help AJ win this.
That would be interesting. Like I said, outside interference or someone costing AJ the title. You know who I would like to see interfere? And I'm sure he's cleared from injury. It's Samoa Joe. Him and AJ reigniting a feud from the past.
Oh.
Make him a free agent. I mean, what do they really have him, doing right now? Nothing, because he was off the card. He did something to his, was it his knee? I think he was suffering from a knee injury again.
I don't know, but it was out of nowhere, like an RKO. I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, I think recently he did get cleared, along with Big Cass, and I think a few other recently got cleared too. So we'll be seeing a few faces pop up after Mania or during Mania. Who knows? Maybe the Battle Royal thing. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. God, that's a mouthful. They should really change that up once in a while and come up with the Big John Studd Memorial Battle Royal or something like that. That'd be cool. I don't know if Big John Studd was as iconic as Andre the Giant, but I still think that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, I tell you who I'd love to see is Big John Studd's kid in the WWE. That'd be cool. He's working your neck of the woods lately, I think. Somewhere on the East Coast, yeah.
Huh. I was unaware they even had a son.
Oh yeah. Go look him up, dude. Split an image.
Really?
In fact, he almost kind of looks like a young Big Show.
That's what the WWE would need right there.
He's a big boy. And when's the Big Show coming back?
I don't want to see him come back to the ring. The way they sent him off after his match with Braun Strowman, that was it.
Yeah.
That should have been it right there. Waving to the crowd. That was like saying goodbye.
And that feud last year was awesome. You want to talk about putting over new talent. That was cool.
Yeah. If anything, I see Big Show doing house shows.
Yeah, or maybe becoming an agent. I heard he just signed a new contract. I did not see the details. I don't know if it's a working contract or a behind the scenes contract. I'll have to look more into that. But not going to worry about that right now. WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus Nakamura. I think I'm just going to go with Nakamura. But like I said, it's one of those that's like, oh, so-and-so wins, is going to wreck my night. No, because I just want to see these two tear it up. I really don't care who wins, but I think Nakamura is destined to beat AJ Styles. But I do like the little edginess between the two, especially between last week and this week. They really stepped it up. The way Nakamura psyched out AJ Styles, and tonight AJ Styles psyched out Nakamura, was about to give him the flying forearm or whatever, and Stapp dead in front of him, patted him on the head. Priceless. Yeah. Loved it. A little bit of revenge from last week, and I'll say it's but the first time in a long time that I've seen Nakamura pissed. It's that look. No one gives a snarl like Nakamura. It's like you can't tell if he's pissed, happy, or what.
Oh, I know. Tonight though, after he got patted on the head, that right there was the icing on the cake. He was furious. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to turn him heel.
They should. They should twist it. They should just make him nasty. You know.
That's what he needs. You know, that's how he can use his strong style. Because as a face, it will tend to run stale, and that'll make the crowd very, very salty.
You can only get excited for violin music so much. Same thing with hearing, you know, it's like, so yeah, I think Nakamura is going to win it. Overall, I am really excited about this whole card. Um, I think they made a couple mistakes in setting up the whole thing. You know, like we talked about at the top of the show. No Taker. I mean, I understand your side of it, where you were like, you know, Taker really doesn't have to do anything, but to see the face off would have been nice. Who do you think? Now, this, and I'm going to ask you just a few of these before we wrap it up, reflecting on who I picked last night for the Raw end of the card of WrestleMania 34 on Sunday. The Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I want to hear who you think is going to win.
I see Ronda Rousey making Steph tap out.
Okay.
Where Triple H and Kurt Angle are taken outside the ring while Steph is getting hers.
Okay. I can see that happening. I'll tell you who I picked, though.
Oh.
I picked, which is, you know, probably not a lot of people are going to agree with this, but I'm looking at past track records, what they've done with certain people coming in from the outside to the WWE is why I'm saying this. I picked Triple H and Steph to win.
Oh. I mean, it can go either way.
And I say that because I look at what they've done with people like Sting primarily. You know? And I also gave an example last night. Brock Lesnar, when he first came back to the company, a handful, was it 5-6 years ago, whatever it was, and he had that big face off with John Cena. It was the Monday night after Mania, I think. And he came back to the company, and they had that big feud. It was real hot. Cena got bloody and everything.
Yeah.
And then they brought in Heyman, and Lesnar lost. I think shocked the world that he came back and lost his first match back. You know, that's why I, you know, and plus Trips lost last year, so and I think he lost the year before too. So he's due to win one. And honestly, if Trips and Steph win, and it could be Kurt Angle taking the fall, and it won't take any shine off of Ronda Rousey. You know?
Yeah.
So, just a thought. Don't hate me. I picked Reigns to go over Lesnar. You think Reigns is going to win that one?
Yeah. Yes. Because he's a Vince McMahon guy. So that's Vince's boy right there. This whole story is backwards internet bullshit. Everyone knows that Roman Reigns is one of Vince's top guys, and everything that's going on has everything to do with Roman Reigns, not Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has not been there in God knows how long. And when he is there, he's there for what, 30 seconds? Doesn't talk because he can't cut a promo to save his life. He needs Paul Heyman to back him up. God forbid. But his moves, what is it? Shoulder blocks and freaking Suplex City. That's all he has going for him. So Roman's going to work. He's going to run circles around Brock. But of course, we're going to see Suplex City come Sunday at WrestleMania. And in the end, we're going to see a bunch of Superman punches. Not one, not two, not three, maybe 4 or 5. Maybe we'll see a steel chair used in this match as well without the ref noticing. Because I smell a ref bump coming.
We're, oh, of course. Especially with a failed, like, F5 or something. We're going to get the match that we were supposed to get several years ago without the Seth Rollins interference.
Yeah.
You know. So that's been a long time coming. I know a lot of people don't want to see that, but if you think about the history, I think it is a good thing.
But yeah.
Let's see. Anything else here? Who do you think is going to be Braun's partner?
Kurt Hawkins. Because he's the only one that wants to be Braun's partner. He's like, pick me, pick me. I mean, literally, I think he would be the greatest candidate because he needs a win in his record book. He's been defeated so many times. He's the reverse of Asuka right now. That's how many losses he has. He is the male version of Asuka, except he's been defeated more than he's won.
God
he has not
bless
won
him.
one match since being on the Raw and SmackDown roster.
God bless him. I really hope they're paying him good and I hope he's got a really thick skin because, man, I don't know. I mean, you really gotta love what you do to be put in a position like that. Like, hey, we're just gonna have you lose all the freaking time. I don't know.
As long as that paycheck's rolling in, that shit won't bounce. So he's got job security for the rest of his career. I would say life, but who knows how long he's going to stick around this time.
Well, I hope they're paying him a little extra to lose all the time too, for crying out loud. Jeez Louise, poor guy. But I don't think it's going to be him because, I mean, Braun just killed him on Monday night. So
James Ellsworth. Bring him back one night only.
Oh, for Mania? That'd be priceless. Coming out with that look on his face like with the t-shirt, the face of the t-shirt. Oh my god. Yeah, I really don't know. I think Big Cass, maybe Samoa Joe. We'll see. Yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to go through the whole card with you, but just wanted to get your thoughts on a few things. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Oh, I was going to ask you last thing. Then we're cutting it up. Hogan. Is Hogan showing up?
He said he's going to be watching it from the beach. I don't think he's going to be at the beach. I think he's going to be at Mania.
You think so, eh?
I think this whole keeping things under wraps. Yeah, I think he's going to be there. He'll be there. He'll be there more than The Rock will ever be. But yeah, I have a feeling he'll be there. I don't know what his role would be. Just show up, cut a promo, apologize to the crowd, and then move on forward.
The Superdome.
Yeah. Oh, God. Let's see if he can get it right this time.
Right? Because I know I won't. So, yeah, I'm old school. You know, I grew up loving him. I'm beyond the controversy. Now, how many times does he have to apologize? You know?
Yeah.
Mark Henry, I love him, but he's like, oh, well, he's got to say I'm sorry. He's already said that. how many times has he got to say it? You know, it's like, whatever. Everybody makes mistakes. You're going to hate on someone forever for someone said something stupid, then what are we all doing here for? We all say stupid shit at times, you know. We forgive each other, we move on. That's what life is about. So yeah, I'd love to see him. I have no clue what he's going to do, but just to hear the music, you know, it's, man, to hear that Rick Derringer song, you hear those guitar chords, the drum beat. It just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm old school. It does something, you know. Hits you right here. Love wrestling. So, any final thoughts on WrestleMania this Sunday, brother?
Well, I'm going to go into this with zero expectations, just so I can say, hey, I was disappointed before the show. But I know I'm going to walk out of the show at least giving it 3-4 stars out of 5, because it's WrestleMania and there's always a moment that I'm going to enjoy, and everything else is going to be forgettable. Sorry, but that's how I am. I'm the heel here.
Hey, I look at it like, as long as The Rock shows up and gives Elias a rock bottom after a hell of a duo between the two, as you know, a good rock concert, I'm good. You know.
Give me my American Badass. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for anything else. I want to see Mean Mark, Big Evil Inc. I want to see something big happen, and I want to see John Cena get buried by Taker.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans will love to see that. I'm good with it. As much as John Cena has done the last several weeks to build this up without an opponent, priceless.
Yeah.
I mean, he's turned that crowd from hating him the second he comes out to, in the palm of his hands, you want this freaking match. 4 weeks in a row has riled up that crowd to the point of losing their mind. Last night, to the point of Undertaker for 5 minutes straight, and didn't show up. The crowd booed The Undertaker for not being there. Unbelievable. Seriously, you know? It's like, you can love Cena or hate him all you want. The guy can work a crowd, period. End of subject.
Yeah.
You know? Guy's unbelievable. Much respect. Well, whoever shows up. Hell, Midget Undertaker.
Don't even. Don't even.
You know how funny it would be if a Midget Undertaker showed up and then the real one shows up and like destroys them both, you know? Oh, that'd be hilarious. Be swoggle. So, on that note, we're going to wrap this puppy up. Thank you so much, Styles, for joining me on this. And what can I say? WrestleMania is going to be a blast. And yeah, I'm going to go into it with a little bit of expectation, but not too much, just because I want. The trick is, folks, don't overthink it. It's WrestleMania. They're going to play it safe for the most part. You know, don't expect the NWO to come back and interfere in, you know, the men's battle royal and win the whole thing. You know, it's like it's the KISS standard. Keep it simple, stupid, and everybody goes home happy. So for this guy from Destroying Kayfabe, Mr. CM Stylez, I am J-Bone for Smash This Podcast. And look at that, I'm losing my voice. Perfect timing. And thank you for everyone who joined live and watching me. Agent 12, much love. Thanks for chiming in. And we'll see you down the road real soon for more WrestleMania week stuff right around the corner. Thanks, Styles. Love you. Good night, folks.
Peace out.